One trend we're following particularly closely on the consumer food service team at Euromonitor is the rise of platforms. So thinking about, above all, delivery platforms like UberEats, Grubhub, and so on. I think it's really interesting and important to realize that companies like Yum Brands, McDonald's, are pretty enthusiastically partnering with providers like UberEats. I think just a few years ago, the big story was that these major food service brands, these chains, were investing quite a bit of resources in building out their own delivery services, particularly in Asia, in terms of hiring drivers, working the communication systems, and so on. That has changed in recent years, and so now we have a very different situation where a McDonald's or a Yum Brands is partnering with the very same delivery platforms that your local Indian restaurant, your local Chinese takeaway place can partner with. This is a huge shift. I think we're only just starting to get our heads around what this really means. It's a big part of the differentiation of the competitive value that the biggest players once brought to the table, if that's now available to even relatively small restaurants. It really changes the competitive calculus. And so going forward, I think we're going to see a lot of new players who are taking advantage of a very, very different competitive environment where there's more potential for small players to grow faster, to reach more consumers. And it's definitely going to change the kind of things they're doing to differentiate. So I think we're going to see more focus on sourcing, more focus on menu variety, more focus on things other than logistics, as more and more of the nuts and bolts of running a restaurant, from delivery to ordering to even local discovery, is served by these big platforms. So it's a pretty exciting time, and a lot of changes definitely are afoot.